Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. So welcome to an NBA discussion video. As you guys can see, I am now trying out a face cam. Over the course of the past few days, I did just a thumbnail thingy. I did some 2K gameplay. Now we are trying out a face cam format, guys. Let me know in the comment section below, which one do you like the most? So I was going to go into today's video talking about a point guard battle on the Orlando Magic with Markelle Fultz and Cole Anthony. But then, I was researching some other stuff. And I came across on Twitter, apparently there's a big debate going on right now saying that Anthony Davis is better than Tim Duncan, man. And as somebody that has watched both of these players, I've been watching basketball since the 2003-2004 NBA season. I obviously have a lot to say about this matter, man. So before we get into today's video, first let me know in the comment section below, Anthony Davis or Tim Duncan, who's better and why, guys? Or you can just tell me who's better if you don't feel like typing out an essay. I know you guys have online learning and stuff going on, so you probably don't want to type a damn novel over here because, it's not extra credit. I cannot give you guys points. If I could give you points, if I could hack into your teacher system and, actually give you, 10 points to do that, I definitely would, man. But I don't have computer skills like that, right? Alrighty, so I guess where to even start with this debate, because what I see with this, it's okay, Tim Duncan's a power forward that can play center. Anthony Davis is a power forward that can play center, right? So that right there to me is about as far as a player comparison can go for both of these guys. It's kind of like the reason that I don't really like the LeBron James Michael Jordan comparison, because yes, these are the two greatest players of all time, but they're great for different reasons. What makes them great are two completely different reasons, right, man? I mean, I always say LeBron James is more like Magic Johnson than he is Michael Jordan, but you say that, then in a way, you're kind of saying, well, Michael Jordan is in fact the greatest of all time, right, man? So with Tim Duncan and Anthony Davis, I mean, you can look at Tim's stat lines, and from a statistical standpoint, I think it was back in the 2002 NBA season. He had a 25.13 rebound per game season, which back in that day was absolutely damn fantastic, because obviously the game of basketball is a lot more quicker now. But I think what's always made Tim Duncan great is that he just knew how to win basketball games. He was just a beacon of consistency through his entire career on the San Antonio Spurs. You knew if you were going up against Tim Duncan, you stood little chance. And the way he actually beat you was with the fundamentals, man. It was the simple, the bank shot, guys. Literally, Tim Duncan owned that damn bank shot, right? It was just the scoring under the basket, just the smart, hook shot, just things that okay, you know how now you have a lot of younger kids out there that practice the long range 3-point shot because of Steph Curry? Well, back in the day when you went to basketball camp, you didn't work on 3-point shots, man. You worked on drop steps, posting up, all that stuff. And that was because that was the fundamental. That was the poster for winning basketball. It was because of Tim Duncan. So with Anthony Davis, okay, I think for one, we have to put to note that Anthony Davis does put up fantastic stats. I'm not saying AD's a bad player. But once again, it comes down to, do you value stats or do you value winning? And Tim Duncan put up hella good stats. And I have no doubt in my mind, if Duncan wanted to, for his entire NBA career, he could have averaged 30 points per game. He could have averaged 30 points per game. But he played in a system. Greg Popovich, one of the greatest coaches of all time, man, of our era and everything. That just wasn't the style. For the San Antonio Spurs, it was always about ball movement. People always said that their offense was really boring to watch. I mean, I remember, when the Pistons played them in the finals, people were just oh, this. And, to me, it was just it wasn't the most exciting. It wasn't Carmelo Anthony going out there and doing damn 360 reverse banana split dunks or nothing like that. But it was good ball movement. It was running it through the big guy, having Tony Parker with the teardrop, Mount Ginobili as one of the greatest six men of all time. And that is what won them championships, man. He's a 5-time NBA champ. So, I mean, you don't get there for no reason. And Tim Duncan, no matter what, was always the best player on those championship teams. With Anthony Davis, we saw on the Pelicans, it's yes, he put up great stats, but it didn't really lead to anything. And now that he's on the Lakers, yes, once again, he's still putting up great stats, but he has LeBron James. And I don't think anybody looks at the Lakers and says that AD is the best player on the team. I mean, you might have people say like at this point that AD can put up the best stats and stuff, but I think we all look at the Lakers, that's still LeBron's team, right? Nobody ever looked at the Spurs and said, that's not, that's Robert Horry's Spurs, man. That's Michael Finley's Spurs right there. No, it was always Tim Duncan's Spurs. So I don't really know where this debate's really coming from. Now, what I read initially, I don't know if this is actually true or not, but because I was like Googling like Tim Duncan and Anthony Davis, and it said that Steven Jackson said that AD was Tim Duncan on steroids. And I was just like, I don't even know what that means, because they don't even really play the same, man. I mean, Anthony Davis' style of play is that he is definitely one of those, that's a point guard right there. That's a 6'10", 200 whatever pound point guard, man. Yo, I got his official weight right here, guys. Basketball reference. 6'10", 253 pound point guard. Because that's the way he can play. Because Anthony Davis, before he actually like went to the NBA, he was actually really short. I think at some point he was like 5'3", running point guard. Then he grew to be like, well, obviously 6'10", right now, man? So it's like he still has like those handles out there, right? But I don't know, guys. Anthony Davis is great. I would say of this era of basketball, Anthony Davis is the best big guy, right? I don't, well, okay, because it's so hard to say, actually. Because I can say without a doubt that if Tim Duncan's there, he was the best big guy. At least the best power forward. Okay, let's look at the power forward spot. Because obviously, if you want to look at big guys, you obviously also have to look at Shaquille O'Neal, right? But overall, Tim Duncan's better than Shaq, right? Right? Or no? I don't know, man. I think it's just because Tim Duncan didn't put up the sexy numbers. I just feel like it's because Tim Duncan was just such a quiet guy. But we all still recognize his greatness. So I feel like I'm kind of taking offense to it now just because, like, we got people that just don't really hear about Tim Duncan as much as we should because he just wasn't the loud guy out there. And now we coming at his name with Anthony Davis. And it just doesn't feel right, man. But I even just look at AD now. And center-wise, but he doesn't really play center. He's more of a power forward. So we can't really put him up there. If you put him up against power forwards, then if you ask me, Giannis is no doubt the best power forward of this time, right? I mean, you're a great basketball player, AD. The Los Angeles Lakers, I think you guys are going to repeat. Tim Duncan, though, was just a pillar of fundamentals and just winning basketball. And I don't even think that comparison's even warranted. It's not even needed. We don't even have to say it, man. Basketball players can be great for different reasons, and I think that's definitely the case. And Tim Duncan's numbers, yes, they were great, but that isn't what set him apart from everybody else. It was the ability to go out there every single season, make the playoffs. And every other year, because there was like a streak where they won it like, what was it, like 2003, 2005, and like 2007. So if it was a prime number year, on number, I think that's how math works. Like I said, I'm not good with computers, guys, or numbers. Then Tim Duncan was going to win you a championship, guys. It was going to happen. And if I put AD on that same team with Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili, well, they still might win a ring. That's still a really good team. But they didn't win no damn 5 championships. Tim Duncan was a different breed, man. That's all we got for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this format, me just talking to the camera, which I hope you did, trying something new, man, be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'm saying this as a Piston fan, by the way. Tim Duncan kicked our ass so many times. I'm just going to say, okay, that's all we got, guys. Peace out, my friends.